The Deck Network. Build a deck.
Bam! Welcome to the Deck Network, and I'm your host, Mike Danzilio, and we have the loose cannon.
Matt Dalton, co-host here on the Deck Network. And remember, the Deck Network is all decks all the time.
All right, Matt, we have a nice show today. Today we're going to talk about Fiberon. Let's grab that little box. You know how they like sending us these little kits? Fiberon. Usually we don't unpack them, but we did this time because we had just got so much. They came here with
We're busy. We got things coming and going.
Okay, but they have great looking decking, railings. They have nice websites. Great guy James Gunning is the gentleman who he's actually been on the show before.
I was gonna say we've done a video with Mr. Gunning before.
These guys are good. I mean, that's why I like going to these shows to talk to people because they have
shows that. Well, I don't get to go to.
This was the Chicago one. I'm not sure if you were there. Were you?
Yeah, no, I must have. No, okay. My invitation is to Windy City must have blew away. Never made it to my house. But.
So, I always like to go to these deck shows to talk to people because they have the best. They got their best people there.
And listen, we're deck freaks. We go above and beyond. We live and breathe this stuff. So we want to go to the source that gives us the best information on it.
Did you know what Matt's favorite song was?
Which one's that?
I like big decks, and I don't know why.
By Sir Dex-a-Lot. That's actually funny. We should do something with that.
All right, we have an email. And
tons of emails coming. Well, we just pick a couple here.
I recently had a Trex Transcends deck railings and aluminum balusters installed. Some of these aluminum balusters are nice and tight. A lot of these that are loose and spin around. My deck contractor said they are loose due to the cold weather this winter. However, I find that hard to believe since some of the balusters are tight. My question is, should all of these balusters be tight, or is it normal for them to spin around? I feel this could be a safety hazard. All right, the answer to that one is, thanks to the email, those balusters are not meant to be tight. They just fit into these inserts on them, and people have complained also that when it's cold outside, the balusters rattle around slightly when you walk near them. As long as the balusters, either the round ones or the square ones, are in the inserts, those balusters will break before they'll come loose and be any type of safety hazard. And of course, all railings have a safety factor, and they have to be tested. And they say that they need to hold 200 pounds of weight up against them, and they actually test them for 500. So they double it. And I've seen pictures where they have straps around the railing, and they have a forklift pulling on it, and they have this little device that has a spring in it like a scale, telling you how much pounds of pressure they have on it. So these rails are tested.
They test them.
As long as you're buying the rails that are made by the good manufacturers.
The top 5.
Yes, and they have the proper testing, and they're put together per the installation guidelines. Don't worry about these rails. So,
if you're going no frills with the rails, you know what they say, it could be frail. The frail rail is no good.
Okay.
I was trying to rhyme
That's
there.
A good one there. But if you're building a rail, make sure it's a flat top, because we know that that's Matt's favorite type of rail, and we have one right here.
Because it holds the beverage, my man. Okay. You guys know what I'm talking about at home.
Okay, so let's get into the email with my good friend James Gunning from the Fiberon Company. Hi, we're with my old friend James Gunning from the Fiberon Company. James, take her away.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
Sure.
I appreciate it. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today is our 2014 product launch. So I encourage you guys to go on our website, www.fiberondecking.com. Take a look at our new products and our new catalog. We've got a great new redesigned website, and I encourage you guys to log on. One of the first products I'd like to mention is some of our capstock material. So this is the ProTech, which is a price point capstock. We offer it in 2 solid colors, and we have 3 multi-chromatic colors. I'll get you to pan over here, and you can see some of the variegation that we have in our boards, which the end user really loves it because it gives it a nice warm feeling and emulates a lot of the exotic hardwoods that are on the market today, with a lot less maintenance. We also have our Horizon line, which is a 4-sided capped product, and that's going to be on the other side of the deck, where we offer 5 different colors, 2 tones of gray. Let's do that. So here with tell me when you're going.
Oh, no, he's going.
Oh, sorry. So here with the Horizon line, I'd like to show you guys some of the colors that we have. We've really hit basically every color in the marketplace that seems to be desirable. We've got 2 different colors of gray. We've got a redwood tone. This is our Ipe, which is one of our most popular. Emulates real Ipe with a lot less maintenance. And then we have our Tudor brown as well. So we're really capturing the capstock category, which is one of the fastest growing categories in our industry today. And we're able to do that in a ProTech, which is a 3-sided cap board, lower price point, 20-year warranty. And our Horizon line, 4-sided capstock, 25-year warranty. Both of these include fade and stain. And then we also have a lot of different options on rail as well. I'd like to pan over here and show you our fiber rail. This has been a really attractive SKU because it's a good price point rail. It's priced like a vinyl, but as a composite rail. And what the dealers absolutely love about this product is they could get in the business for less than 13 SKUs or less. So it's very attractive program, very attractive profile, and very easy to install. So Mike, the other thing I'd like to mention is our Horizon railing. I'd like to pan over here at our Horizon rail. This has been a home run for us for a number of years. A lot of the reason is because of its flat top. So it's very beer can friendly. And then we've also introduced deck lights this year onto all of our Mission rail. So the deck lights that we have are post cap lights, which I'm pointing to today. We also have our post sleeve lights. We have our accent lights as well. And these are all available on a dim switch.
So, James, from what I understand, you have a new product coming out for next year?
Yes, I do. Actually, I'm excited to announce this. It's going to be a soft launch. I would like to show you the product at the International Builder Show, but we're going to be coming out with a new PVC line. 5 different colors, 3 variegated, 2 solids, and I look forward to showing you that in IBS.
As usual, James, you did a great job. We had plenty of feedback from the last time you were on the show, and we will see you in Las Vegas, and I'm sure Matt's going to be jealous because I'll be going there again.
Mike, thanks so much.
Thanks again. Great to see you.
You too.
All right, Matt. What do you think of James and his Fiberon decking?
Listen, James has been on the show before. The guy's professional. I like how you just gave the mic off to him.
The last time, I think he just took it from me. He wrestled it out of my hands.
He was excited. He wanted to get in there and talk about the product.
Let's take a look at the Fiberon products. Of course, we have samples right here. They have, well, we're going to show 3 lines of decking.
These are either samples or you can build the tiniest deck in the world with it, you know?
I'm glad you mentioned that. Okay, so we have, this is their ProTech line, which is their, we're going to call it a budget capped composite, because they're a little less expensive than some of the higher end ones.
An entry level sort of.
Yeah, and of course they're made well and they look great. So they have, this one is the gray birch. It's got some variegations in it. It's a medium gray with the bluish black variegations.
Nice.
This is the chestnut color. Again, it is a dark brown with the variegations on it. Nice. This one's the Harbor Gray. It looks like this one's a solid color. Because a lot of people like the solid color grays.
I love how you can see right on these samples the cross section where the cap is right on there.
So that's how it's made. It's called co-extruded. So they have the platform, which is a standard composite decking like we used to use for years, and they found that it was just better to just use that same platform and just put a thin cover of plastic or polyethylene with proprietary additives, to be more precise on that. But this one is, James says, this one is their best seller of the ProTech line. This is the Western Cedar.
I like that.
Nice color. Good price point on those. Then we move on to their Horizon line, which is their, I guess, their top of the line capped composite. It's very similar, but there are some slight differences. Usually it's in the thickness of the shell and the warranty. So this one is the Castle Gray. It's almost a lighter gray with darker grayish black variegations in it. Real good looking on that.
Fiberon only doing the groove deck boards, or?
Well, everything is going. They're going to make grooved in, non-groove boards.
Okay.
Yes. So most of the companies say that. One in particular told me that they sell 90% of their decking that leaves their facility is grooved. So
Really?
all the field is grooved, but just on the picture frames and the stairs to use the non-groove.
Okay.
So most of the deck boards are always going to be grooved. Okay, here's another one from the Horizon line. This is gray stone. Another medium gray, slightly different.
Not as solid of a gray as...
Yeah, it's a little different, but it's up to you. It almost has some whitish tones in it, but nice beachy grays, and we've talked about before, us in the Northeast, we like our gray decking. This one is their Ipe color. This is the one that's actually in the brochure on their little box over here.
Now, an Ipe is a South American hardwood, right?
Jesus, that's pretty good.
I'm starting to retain some of this information. I'm telling you, watching these Deck Network videos will make you smarter.
You still have some brain cells left, I can tell.
We're working on
okay,
that.
this one is their most popular color called the Ipe. It is, it's not every deck board's going to look the same. It has a lot of variations in the colors. So great photos, great pictures, nice looking decking.
So the sample does it some justice, but when you see it applied on a full deck, that's
oh
when
yeah,
you really see the
That's why you need to
together.
always see a deck in a area of a deck like we have here at our showroom. We have larger areas.
And any contractor you're working with should be able to show you some examples.
They'll come and bring you pieces like this, but I used to say, well, it's like going to buy a car with a little piece of metal.
You got to see the whole
can't really
thing.
tell. You need to see a deck.
You need all the bells, all the whistles.
Back to the Horizon line. This one is Tudor brown, a little darker brown with dark variegations on it. Nice shading to it. They do a nice job making it look very authentic looking. And this one is the rosewood color. Little reddish tone. Just about every decking manufacturer has some reddish tones in there because sometimes it goes well with gray.
Rojo.
Or rojo, yes.
Rojo.
Okay, we're back to our Spanish lessons. Okay,
We're trying to open up
as
another
James
market.
mentioned, they have a new line of PVC decking, and of course, we're introducing it here on the Deck Network.
This is like a premiere right here.
Yes, right here. So they have, it looks like it's called their Paramount line of Fiberon. We have two colors that are the industry standards, the gray and the brown. This one is called Fossil, and this one is Mineral. It doesn't have the variegations on it, so the price point's going to be slightly less, but as James told me, he said they have a new style and how they're doing the grooving and the graining and all that in there. It's good looking decking, and PVC decking. I've always been a fan of PVC decking.
It'll last for a long time.
Yeah, it does take a little bit more maintenance. It's like having to wax your car once a year. So here they're variegated, 3 variegated ones. We have the sandstone color. This one's really good looking, huh? Matt, take a look at that.
Yeah, that's
See, a
nice.
lot of people think that the PVC decking is prettier, which it may be. And then we have the flagstone in the Paramount line. Again, medium gray with some darker variegations in it. Nice job on the graining
color, yeah.
on there. Yeah,
Looks legit.
that stuff looks pretty good. And then we have the brown stone in the Paramount line. Looks like the wood grain. Look again, it looks like wood. The Ipe very similar, but this is a PVC. PVC again, pretty. Not always the longest
Is that what
lasting.
the P in the PVC stands for?
Yes, it's for pretty.
Pretty?
Yeah, okay.
Probably
Okay,
not. You might
then
look that up at home.
let's look at some of the railings that James was telling us about the rails.
Party rail.
Yeah, this is Matt's favorite rail.
Boom.
This is their Mission rail.
Love this rail.
It has a nice flat top on it. You
Bam.
can put all sorts of different infills, and this one even has the ability to put it in a diamond pattern. What they call it the daggers that stick up and through it, and you just tilt them 45 degrees.
That's nice.
And you have a rail. Everyone's got some nice rails.
Sturdy, secure.
Tell you, if you look to the way railings are made, look at the cross section on these. Boy, they do a nice job on making filling that up with plenty of material. I don't think you'll ever have a problem with that. Rail
Strength. They
sagging.
pressure
This one
test them.
Is their
Which one's that now? This stuff is so new. We're still looking it up.
Their provincial profile. Sorry about that. This is the one that I like. I mean, Matt seems to like the flat ones, but you're never going to get a drink on that. So that's
it
not
looks nice, but from a functionality standpoint, it just doesn't best fit my needs.
This one's my style right here. I like that.
Classic
one right there.
looking.
Okay, let's get this other little display over here, Matt.
Lots of stuff going on. A lot of hardware here on the deck.
This is like Christmas, and Matt.
You know, Christmas.
likes
I don't know when
Christmas.
you're watching this video, but it is coming up at some point.
Okay, this is their lights. And I'll let you work the little button on here. Press the button there. Whoa, huh?
Look at that.
No, I think it'll hold it down to hold it in there. Yeah.
That's a great display there.
Yeah.
So wait, these lights aren't coming pre-installed into the boards here. You got obviously retrofit these
well, you
in.
got to put them where you want to put them. See, I like it as a nice little border around that.
Yeah.
And these are...
We have to worry about these fading or over time or being dimmer? Or?
Well, it's LED.
Okay.
So LED is not a bulb. It's an LED. It's a diode in there.
Just a diode.
Yeah, and it's
a
done
typical
with
diode.
DC powered, not AC. So you got to use a transformer to transform your power from 110 AC
into
12 volt AC. Then you need a rectifier to change it from AC to DC. If any of you history buffs out there know the conflict between Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison.
He's from the Northeast Tesla. Wouldn't he have grounds right here on Long Island, I believe?
He did. You must have watched the same shows that I
And
watched.
also, you're talking about AC/DC. It's a great rock
That's
band.
one of your bands. Now, we never get to talk about Matt and his other life. You know, something as we learned on the last few videos, he's parking cars at Momanamas, but he works part-time at the radio station.
We do some radio stuff. You know, it's not just the interweb videos that we're doing. Also involved at the radio station, and yeah, AC/DC is one of those groups that we feature on one of the rock formats, and people love it.
Well, we've always known Matt has a face for radio.
Ooh. He has a team of writers coming up with that stuff. There's 8 people there.
Let's move this out of here.
Looking good? Whoa!
Fiberon, one of the largest decking brands in the country. Good, solid brand.
It's a great...
Good people behind them.
Great videos there. Mike, I get people stopping me all the time. They're like, oh, Matt, we watched this video and we want to have our deck featured, or we have a question for Mike, but we don't know how to go about getting that to you.
Well,
so how would they...
You can just send us an email at mike@thedecknetwork.com or
matt@thedecknetwork.com.
if you're a Facebook person like we know Matt is,
you can, social media.
You can look up the Deck Network on Facebook and like us there. You'll get all of the videos and pictures. Everything is
all past Show Us Your Decks. If you saw one that you liked that maybe you wanted to get some ideas from,
you can also find all the videos at the Deck Network website and store, the Deck Network store, which is coming along pretty
soon.
well. Yes, you'll be able to get any of these products.
Over 1 million aggregated views on our videos. It must mean something, Mike. We must be doing something
Then,
right.
if you are a YouTube person and you like to watch YouTube videos, which a lot of people do, there's our YouTube channel.
One I recommend is one of the first videos that we did featuring myself, and obviously I'm biased because I love my own work, but watch as I build my own deck. It's very, very... and I think I've come a long way since then. I can kind of talk a little bit more.
As you said in one of the shows, you're a deck building professional.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Definitely.
Okay, that's it for today's show. Again, Fiberon, excellent company. Keep them in mind. Nice products, great people. Great service.
Great service, and it seems like they're there to answer any questions you got, so that's always a good thing.
As Porky would say,
that's all, folks.
Ciao for now.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
You took my ciao for now. No,
yeah.